Now look, today we're diving into one of the most chilling and complex cases we've seen in a long time. The tragic story of Shane Tamura, the 27-year-old who carried out a mass shooting in Midtown Manhattan, reportedly targeting the NFL. And this isn't just another headline. It's a disturbing blend of mental health, brain trauma, paranoia, and unresolved rage that exploded in one of the most secured office buildings in New York City. So who is Shane Tamura? And how does someone go from high school football dreams to carrying out one of the most deadliest shootings the city has seen in a while? Look, y'all sit back and relax and stay until the end of this episode because we about to dive right in. Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Low, Belly Full. As y'all know, this marks episode number 104. Now, Shane Tamura grew up in Southern California. He played football for Golden Valley High School and Granada Hills Charter School, where he was the running back.
Hey, we're here with standout running back Shane Tamura from the Granada Hills football team. Big 35-31 victory against Kennedy tonight. The battle for Granada Hills. Shane, just talk about you guys getting that win tonight. How'd you guys come through?
We definitely had to stay disciplined. We were down 10-0. We definitely had to stay disciplined. Our coach kept saying, don't hold your heads down, don't hold your heads down. We just had to stay disciplined and come together as a team.
Shane, a couple of touchdowns for you, including a huge one late in the game there in the fourth quarter with under 4 minutes to go. That put you guys up 35-24, sort of sealed the game there for you guys, gave you guys a nice cushion. Take us through that play right there, jailbreak screen right there. Then you broke free about the 50-yard line and then took it to the house.
Well, our coach basically asked me, he was like, Shane, is the T-screen open? Is the T-screen open? I was like, yeah, it's definitely open. So we just threw the pass to me, Ernie threw the pass to me, and one thing led to another, and I scored.
Shane, talk about, you mentioned you guys were down 10-0, early hole. Things could have got out of control possibly. How did you guys pick yourself up off the floor after that early 10-0 deficit?
Definitely had to stay disciplined. Our coaches kept telling us, don't hold your heads down. It's just the first half, or it's actually just the first quarter. We just had to keep playing, keep fighting through it, and just hold our heads up high, and then a good result's gonna.
And those were supposed to be his glory days. Friday Night Lights, the Brotherhood, the big hits. But somewhere along the way, something started to go wrong. According to those who knew him, Tamura became increasingly isolated after high school. He didn't even go on to play college or professional football. You feel what I'm saying? And there was no major injuries publicly documented. But internally, he claimed his mind was breaking down. Now, this is where chronic traumatic encephalopathy comes in, which is also known as CTE. While CTE can only be diagnosed after death, Tamura believed that he was living it, and he blamed football. More specifically, he blamed the NFL. You feel what I'm saying? For what he believed was a life-ruining brain injury. And let's talk about his mental state, because Tamura's family and law enforcement sources claimed that he had multiple psychiatric holds in Las Vegas from 2022 to 2024. That means at some point he was deemed a danger to himself or others. And this is a guy who had a concealed gun license. I don't know if they revoked it when he went into a psychiatric ward or anything like that, but if they didn't, that is crazy. I mean, they said that he was hearing voices. He was experiencing paranoid delusions, believing that powerful institutions was out to get him. I mean, he even told people that he was being monitored and watched. Now, combine that paranoia with his obsession of football and brain injuries, and you start to see a dangerous worldview forming. Now, in 2025, Tamura was working at the Horseshoe Las Vegas Casino as a surveillance employee. And ironically, this job required vigilance, suspicion, and watching people. So most likely, it probably reinforced his mental state. And he also began stockpiling weapons and gun parts. Even in June 2025, he legally bought a revolver in Nevada. And he acquired parts to build an AR-15 style rifle, which he would later use in a shooting. Now it's July 2025, and Tamura makes a crazy decision. He drives across the country from Las Vegas to New York City. And that's not a spontaneous decision. That's premeditated. And he made stops in Colorado, Nebraska, and Iowa, which was documented by traffic cameras and purchase records. But then he ends up in Manhattan on July 28th. Now, he parks outside 345 Park Avenue, which houses the NFL's corporate headquarters. You feel what I'm saying? Along with the investment firms like Blackstone and Rudin Management. I mean, he was armed with a military style rifle, body armor, and also a note when he walked into that building. And the note, it said something like, obviously it said something about CTE research and everything like that. And he was basically telling them to study his brain, because you can only pretty much be diagnosed with CTE after death or something like that. So in his mind, he wasn't just seeking revenge. He thought he was making a statement, a twisted and violent one at that.
Let's break this down, y'all. So around 6:30 p.m., Shane Tamura, who was 27, from Las Vegas, allegedly drove all the way down from Las Vegas to get to this point. He walked into 345 Park Avenue, which is a high security Manhattan skyscraper. Essentially, this is a NFL headquarters. This houses some of the biggest players financed in the NFL. He was armed with the M4 style assault rifle, y'all. When he first got in that building, the first person he took out was an NYPD officer. Daryl Islam was his name. Before he ultimately was gone, he was working security at the office, y'all. And after that, he reportedly fired on 3 civilians, including Blackstone executive Wesley LePatner. And she was going on site, y'all. Remember this lady. A story will be made. It's a little crazy, y'all. But here's where it get a little wild, y'all. Tamura made it to the 33rd floor, y'all. A floor that, according to insiders, you needed an access key to get there. So if that's true, that means you don't just walk into that level. How did he gain access? Did somebody let him in? Did he have inside knowledge? Or was this planned down to every detail? And why that floor? Now, from reports, they said he was trying to get to the NFL office floor. They said Tamura left a note which was talking about CTE and brain trauma and his mental health decline. And this is what I don't understand, y'all. They said he was battling mental issues for some years. So how was he granted a license to carry in Nevada? And all in all, again, the 33rd floor is what gets me. Because if you know the meaning behind that, the symbolism, you will know what I'm trying to get at. Y'all, I feel like this wasn't just a shooting. I felt like it was a statement of some sort.
Now, let's break down the psychology here. Because Tamura was likely dealing with some form of paranoid schizophrenia or severe delusional disorder. Because, I mean, he was fixated on one singular belief, and that was that the NFL ruined him. And he ain't even never played in the NFL. And that kind of delusion, the delusion when someone takes a single belief and makes it the core of their reality, is dangerous. I mean, everything bad in his life, he really blamed it on the idea that football ruined his brain. And remember again, he wasn't even a pro athlete. He was a high school player. You feel what I'm saying? But that doesn't even matter when someone is spiraling. Like, the line between what's real and what's imagined is completely blurred. And as you've seen in the previous clip, when he took the elevator, he took the wrong elevator and ended up on the 33rd floor, where he unalived people that didn't even have anything to do with the NFL. And that's the tragic part about it. So what can we take away from this? Because this wasn't just a case about gun violence. It was a storm of mental illness, unresolved trauma, and personal obsession. This seems to be a man who lost grip with reality and brought his suffering to doorsteps of strangers. Now, I want to hear what y'all think about this situation. Do y'all think this was a man who was just battling a mental issue and lost control? Or do y'all think there's really someone to blame behind the scenes causing him to do this? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And also, if this video resonated with you, go ahead and hit that like button. Give me a thumbs up. And also subscribe and hit that bell notification for more episodes. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.